In the midst of rising tensions in the West Philippine Sea, the Philippines is taking a bold step forward in bolstering its national defense. The recent announcement of the purchase of 40 multi-role fighter aircraft marks a significant milestone in the country's ongoing efforts to modernize its military. This strategic move by the Marcos administration is not just a response to the growing external threats, but a clear signal to the world that the Philippines is serious about protecting its sovereignty and securing its future. The announcement was made by the Secretary of National Defense during a recent hearing in Congress, where the ongoing armed forces of the Philippines modernization program was discussed in detail. The procurement of 40 MRF aircraft is one of the largest defense acquisitions in the country's history, signaling a major shift in the Philippines' defense posture. These MRF aircraft are not just any ordinary planes, they are highly advanced multi-role platforms capable of air-to-air combat, air-to-ground strikes, and reconnaissance missions. With these aircraft, the Philippines will significantly enhance its air defense capabilities, providing a critical layer of protection against potential threats from the air and the sea. The acquisition of these aircraft is part of a broader strategy by the Marcos administration to address the long-standing gaps in the country's defense capabilities. For years, the Philippines has struggled with an aging military infrastructure, relying on outdated equipment that is no match for the modern forces of its neighbors. The purchase of the MRF aircraft represents a decisive step towards rectifying this imbalance. Under President Marcos's leadership, the government has prioritized the modernization of the armed forces of the Philippines, recognizing that a strong military is essential not only for national security, but also for maintaining regional stability. The administration's focus is clear: to build a military that can effectively deter external threats and defend the nation's interests. In a bold and innovative move, the Philippine Coast Guard utilized a helicopter to deliver critical supplies to BRP Teresa Magbanua, a multi-role response vessel stationed at Escoda Shoal. This tactic not only ensured the success of the mission but also demonstrated the Philippines' capability to adapt and respond to the challenging environment of the West Philippine Sea. China, unsurprisingly, was infuriated by this maneuver. The use of aerial resupply, a tactic that circumvented potential maritime blockades, caught Beijing off guard and highlighted the Philippines' growing strategic sophistication. China's reaction was swift and stern, with Beijing issuing strong diplomatic protests and increasing its naval presence in the area. Defense analyst, media, defense analyst discussing military strategy, expert interview on geopolitical strategy, commentary on military tactics. China's anger is understandable from a strategic standpoint. The success of the Philippines' resupply mission, particularly with U.S. backing, disrupts Beijing's narrative of dominance in the South China Sea. It shows that the Philippines, despite its smaller size and military capability, is willing to stand up to China's pressure. In response to the growing threat from China, the Philippines is taking significant steps to bolster its defense capabilities. One of the key components of this strategy is the planned purchase of the U.S. mid-range missile system, a weapon that has long been a source of concern for Beijing. The U.S. mid-range missile system is a powerful tool that would significantly enhance the Philippines' ability to deter potential aggressors. Capable of striking targets at considerable distances with high precision, this system would provide the Philippines with a much-needed boost to its defensive posture in the region. Military official, media, Philippine military official speaking, press conference with military personnel, interview with defense official. The acquisition of the mid-range missile system is a game-changer for the Philippines. It not only strengthens our defensive capabilities, but also sends a clear message to any potential aggressor that we are prepared to defend our sovereignty. The strengthening of the Philippines' military capabilities goes beyond just acquiring new equipment. There is a concerted effort to train Filipino soldiers in the use of these advanced systems, ensuring that they are ready to defend the nation against any threat. The early and rigorous training of Filipino soldiers in the use of the Stinger surface-to-air missile and the Javelin anti-tank missile is part of a broader strategy to build a capable and versatile military force. These weapons are essential for modern warfare, providing the Philippines with the ability to defend against both aerial and ground threats. The early and rigorous training of Filipino soldiers in the use of the Stinger surface-to-air missile and the Javelin anti-tank missile is part of a broader strategy to build a capable and versatile military force. These weapons are essential for modern warfare, providing the Philippines with the ability to defend against both aerial and ground threats.
The training of Filipino soldiers with advanced U.S. weaponry is a clear indication of the Philippines' commitment to its defense modernization program. It's not just about having the right tools, but about ensuring that our soldiers are well prepared to use them effectively in the defense of our nation.
The role of the Mutual Defense Treaty, or MDT, and international support cannot be overstated. This agreement, signed in 1951, continues to be a cornerstone of the Philippines' national security policy. It provides a framework for mutual defense, ensuring that any armed attack on the Philippines would be met with a collective response from the United States. Recently, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan issued a stern warning to China, reiterating that the United States is fully committed to defending the Philippines under the Mutual Defense Treaty, the MDT. The MDT, signed in 1951, remains a cornerstone of the Philippines' national security policy. It provides a framework for mutual defense, ensuring that any armed attack on the Philippines would be met with a collective response from the United States. In an era where geopolitical tensions and security challenges are rapidly evolving, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, or AFP, stands at a pivotal crossroads. Once considered one of the least equipped militaries in Southeast Asia, the AFP is now embarking on an unprecedented transformation. This strategic shift marks a new chapter in the nation's defense, aiming to fortify its capabilities against a myriad of threats, from external aggressors to domestic insurgencies. The seeds of this transformation were sown in the early 21st century, as the Philippines recognized the pressing need to upgrade its aging military assets. With China asserting expansive territorial claims in the South China Sea, the stakes for maritime security grew higher. The AFP's modernization is not just about acquiring new weapons, it's about redefining the very essence of its defense strategy. The nation needed to pivot from a largely internal security-focused force to a more versatile and capable military, ready to defend its sovereignty against external threats. At the heart of this modernization drive is the enhancement of the Philippine Navy. The acquisition of the Jose Rizal-class frigates symbolizes this new era. These state-of-the-art warships are equipped with cutting-edge technology, enabling the Navy to operate more effectively in the contested waters of the West Philippine Sea. But the frigates are just the beginning. The Navy's fleet expansion also includes plans for more surface combatants, submarines, and patrol vessels, all aimed at ensuring the protection of the Philippines' vast maritime domain. Alongside its naval modernization, the AFP is also focusing on building a formidable air force. The acquisition of FA-50 fighter jets from South Korea was a significant milestone, representing the first time in decades that the Philippines possessed a credible air combat capability. But the plans don't stop there. The AFP's modernization blueprint includes the procurement of more advanced multi-role fighter aircraft, aerial surveillance systems, and unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, to enhance its intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities. These developments are crucial in maintaining air superiority and supporting ground and naval operations. The modernization of the AFP's ground forces is equally critical. The Philippine Army has been actively upgrading its equipment, including the procurement of modern tanks, armored vehicles, and artillery systems. The recent acquisition of the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile system from India is a game-changer, providing the Philippines with a potent deterrent against any potential aggressor. These capabilities are vital in countering both traditional military threats and non-state actors such as insurgent groups and terrorists. Modernization is not solely about acquiring new hardware, it's also about enhancing the skills and doctrines of the military. The AFP has been investing heavily in training programs, both domestically and through international partnerships. Exercises with allies such as the United States, Japan, and Australia have been crucial in improving the AFP's interoperability and readiness. The focus is on developing a highly professional and agile force, capable of responding to a wide range of contingencies from high-intensity conflicts to humanitarian assistance and disaster response. The AFP's modernization is also deeply intertwined with the Philippines' diplomatic and security alliances. The Mutual Defense Treaty with the United States remains a cornerstone of the country's defense strategy, providing access to advanced technology and joint training opportunities. Moreover, the Philippines is actively seeking to diversify its security partnerships, engaging with countries like Japan, South Korea, and Australia, which have provided critical support in terms of equipment, training, and intelligence sharing. These alliances are essential in counterbalancing the rising influence of China in the region. Modernization is not solely about acquiring new hardware, it's also about enhancing the skills and doctrines of the military. The AFP has been investing heavily in training programs, both domestically and through international partnerships. Exercises with allies such as the United States, Japan, and Australia have been crucial in improving the AFP's interoperability and readiness. The focus is on developing a highly professional and agile force, capable of responding to a wide range of contingencies from high-intensity conflicts to humanitarian assistance and disaster response. The AFP's modernization is also deeply intertwined with the Philippines' diplomatic and security alliances. The Mutual Defense Treaty with the United States remains a cornerstone of the country's defense strategy, providing access to advanced technology and joint training opportunities. Moreover, the Philippines is actively seeking to diversify its security partnerships, engaging with countries like Japan, South Korea, and Australia, which have provided critical support in terms of equipment, training, and intelligence sharing. These alliances are essential in counterbalancing the rising influence of China in the region. While external threats loom large, the AFP cannot ignore the persistent internal security challenges. The fight against terrorism and insurgency remains a top priority, particularly in the southern regions of Mindanao. The AFP's modernization efforts include the acquisition of new capabilities tailored to these challenges, such as improved intelligence networks, counterinsurgency equipment, and enhanced special operations forces. The goal is to create a more flexible and responsive force that can operate effectively in both conventional and unconventional warfare environments. As the AFP undergoes this massive transformation, questions about transparency and accountability have become more pressing. The Philippine government, under the leadership of its defense and military officials, has emphasized the importance of good governance in the modernization process. This includes ensuring that procurement processes are free from corruption and that resources are allocated efficiently. Public trust in the military is paramount, and efforts are being made to maintain a transparent and accountable approach to modernization. The transformation of the armed forces of the Philippines is more than just a military upgrade. It's a testament to the nation's commitment to securing its future in an increasingly complex and uncertain world. By investing in modern capabilities, fostering international partnerships, and addressing both external and internal security challenges, the AFP is positioning itself as a stronger and more agile force. As the Philippines continues to navigate the turbulent waters of regional geopolitics, the modernization of its military will play a crucial role in safeguarding the nation's sovereignty and ensuring the safety of its people for generations to come. Stay tuned for more in-depth analyses and stories on the strategic moves shaping our world. Subscribe, like, and share if you found this video insightful, and let us know in the comments what you think about the future of the armed forces of the Philippines. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Twisted Faith signing off.